Let's get to our next opening act topic, and that is a punk show promoter is hoping to charge $1,000 for the Unvaccinated at an upcoming show. This comes from Consequence of Sound, that a promoter in Florida is ensuring his punk shows will be COVID-19 free by charging $18 a ticket for the vaccinated and a cool $1,000, $1,000 for those who aren't vaccinated, for a punk show that he's putting on at the end of the month. Here in June, he wants to do this, but the Florida governor and their governor's office isn't having it and says it's against the law. So, Dave, do you think this is a good idea, that he's keeping everybody safe, or do you think this is a little bit over the top?
Well, I think this is obviously a little bit over the top, and I think he's trying to make a statement that everyone should go get vaxxed.
Right.
But I am totally, like, as a promoter and somebody who puts on shows, like, I'm totally not against, if he has to pay for a test to make sure everybody else is safe, then, I'm sure it's not $1,000, but, have that as like an extra fee on the ticket, I think is completely fair. If you don't want to, if you don't want to play baseball, you don't get to wear cleats on the street. That's the way it goes.
Good comparison.
I don't know, man. Like,
if you want to play football, you got to wear your mouth guard.
I don't know. Like, I think it's like one of those, like, I think obviously he's going to catch some heat because everyone's taking, this is like the new politics or religion, right? Like, COVID and vaccine stuff is like the new, you don't want to talk with your family at Thanksgiving about it or anytime. So I don't know. I think obviously $1,000 seems a little excessive, but I definitely think that there needs to be something in place, especially trying to keep people safe. And I think that his heart's in the right spot, but I think maybe he's pushing it a little bit. But he probably got one hell of a payday for the show that he did do, if he did get away with it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, yeah, exactly. Like, we need to be encouraging as many people as possible to get vaccinated. And that's the thing. It's whether you kind of believe it in or not, it's science. So I think you should probably, give it at least some credibility, but like, whether you believe it or not, if you want to get back to regular activities like going to a show, it's going to have to happen, because, if you go to a show where there are a lot of people who are vaccinated, you don't want to be that person who's still going to be bringing COVID into that situation. When everybody's starting to get back to normal, everybody wants to go to a show. The next topic we're talking about is a bunch of tours that have just been announced or rescheduled. If you want to get back into it, you got to do it, because we all want to go to shows. We want to enjoy ourselves. We want to be safe for everyone. When you think about it, the most rock and roll, the most punk rock thing you can do is be safe. I know maybe old school punks would not really agree with that. They'd rather probably, instead of taking the vaccination, they'd probably like just eat the needle instead. But I think that's what you got to do. I think it's punk rock to get vaccinated. Plus, you don't want to pay $1,000. I've seen the bill of this show. There's no band on this bill that's worth $1,000. Really, no band ever that's worth $1,000, unless John Lennon and George Harrison were coming back from the dead for a Beatles reunion. Then maybe, but not for this.